Hi, my name's Steve. Welcome aboard my narrowboat home, Moorland Rose. Please join me as I take a slow boat through Britain. It was a quiet night at Birdingbury. I did take a walk back along the canal to try out the pub, the appropriately named Boat Inn. Well, it would have been rude not to try a couple of beers when the pub was so close. For a summer's day, it's rather overcast and windy. The arm to starboard started life around 1795 as the entrance to a lime works. The kilns use local limestone and coal from the Warwickshire coalfields, brought in by canal boat to produce lime as fertiliser and for building. By 1860 the lime produced was used to make cement. The Nelson's Portland Cement Works continued to use the canal for transport and finally closed in 1945. So many places now on the canal have reeds like this extending into the channel. It can make it difficult to see approaching boats. At first I thought that boat was coming towards me, but it's actually moored up. I don't know what it is with boaters, but I do see a lot of skeletons around the waterways. We recently passed through the Cape of Good Hope locks. Now we've got Gibraltar Bridge. It's feeling like a sail around the world. large craft are a reminder that we're on a broad canal, although I've not seen any wide beams on the move. It looks like that boat in front is reversing, so I'll hold back while he sorts himself out. I don't like to put pressure on other boaters, especially when I don't know how experienced they are. It looks as if he overshot the entrance to the marina and was reversing back to make the turn. I know from my map that Calcut Bottom Lock is around the bend, so again I need to take it steady and assess the situation. It looks like a boat on the lock landing is waiting to go up. She is pulling back from the lock landing, but I don't want to push in front. I'll tie up in front of her and we may be able to share the lock. That explains it. A boat coming down means I can leave the gate open. They obviously didn't see me coming up. I'll need to stop and open the bottom gate. I need a toilet pump out, and Calcut boats are based in the pound above this lock. The only minor problem is my fittings are on the port side, so I need to do a 180 to put them against the dock. They would like me to get my pump out fittings in line with the stern deck of that boat in front, and they can work off there. Here goes. Perfectly executed, even if I do say so myself. All done. Now another 180 to get me back to the final lock, but I am beaten to it by two boats going up. Never mind, I'll tie up at the lock landing and help them through. A boat coming down means I get help setting the lock for me. It's busy today, so I get more help closing the gates as I leave. The wind has dropped, but that's not much use to these two boats with wind vanes to generate their electric. A long blast on the horn to warn any boats the other side of the junction that I am here. I'll give another one as I go under the bridge. A right turn takes us onto the southern section of the Oxford Canal. The Oxford Canal was completed in 1790 to connect the River Thames at Oxford with the Midlands coalfields around Coventry. It sounds like someone at Napton Narrowboats is using a bit of brute force to get a job done. When I was a lad in Tamworth, a hammer was jokingly known as a Birmingham screwdriver. Being one of the early canals, the Oxford winds around the contours of the land. From what I can make out, the structure to port are remnants from the Knapton Brick and Tile Works. Can anyone confirm that? This windmill is the iconic view of Knapton. The current structure was built around 1835, but there are records of a windmill on the site going back to the 15th century. I'm hoping to tie up for the night around here, but the moorings are looking pretty busy, and this open stretch is opposite the windhole, where boats turn, so mooring is not allowed. I'll keep looking.
Busy along here? No, I'm hoping that spot there will fit me. Oh yeah?
That's handy. This guy is just leaving, so a touch of reverse and I'll take his spot. My reason for stopping here is there is a pub around the corner called The Folly, and I have always wanted to visit it. Hopefully I will get a chance. Well, that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed the cruise. Do I get to visit the Folly at long last? Join me next week to find out. Until then, stay safe. See you soon.